Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video, and this video is going to be one of the most important Tron videos that you've ever seen before because we're going to cover everything that is going to happen in the upcoming weeks, and we're going to go through everything that you should do, should be prepared for. So all of this is just some really important stuff, so you guys really get everything straight and don't forget about anything, and hopefully I'll let you guys go without any questions. And if you still have any questions, be sure you comment it down below because that is the easiest to for me to see, I guess. And if you have any other questions that you don't want to post on YouTube or something, you can go ahead and put it on Twitter, maybe tweet at me, and just follow me over there because at a certain amount of followers, I believe 2,000, I'll give away $500. And join the Discord because that is cool. Discord is a cool chat room. Let's give away $100 for this video, and let's see how we can all do this, guys. Okay, so first off, I wanted to go over this weekly report here, but we're not going to. We're going to look at some of the past events that have happened, and we're most likely or morely going to focus on what is going to happen this 31st of May, so you guys are really aware of that. But let's actually start out with some history here. So really looking back here on this site, you can check everything that has happened for the past, I guess, months here. So all the way for November 14th here for Tron. So here was a Binance airdrop, some partnerships, source code release, a lot of stuff, and you can check out how a lot of people value it. So if it was truthful or not, here you can see coin burn, which is then again 48%. So that not really happened. But then you can see a lot of really important stuff, but that is not really important for what we're looking for here. We're looking at the really recent past and the future. So let's quickly look at the recent or more recent past here. So testnet release had happened on March 31st, along with a few other things as the live streams, which were kind of important, but not really too much important for our story. And here, less facts listing. Again, 100% real is, of course, just said. We don't really know how many people said it, but we're just going to assume that it's real for now. And all of the things that are real. Okay, so now you've got this into perspective here. You know, a lot of stuff happened in the last couple of weeks, last couple of months here. You can see Coin Exchange Malaysia, or a coin bean in an exchange in Malaysia. But let's look at the important stuff here. That is the future. So May 31st, what is going to happen is the Tron mainnet launch. And then just quickly going to brief through here. So June 21st, Bittrex support. And then June 21st as well, migration from ERC20 to own blockchain. And June 26th, Tron Super Representatives election. So what is going to happen on May 31st? Now, this main launch or mainnet launch is some of the biggest things that I've ever seen ever. So this mainnet launch will actually indicate that Tron is going to move away from the ERC20 realm that it is right now. So if you did not know, Tron is a token on Ethereum. So on Ethereum, you have the ability to actually make smart contracts, and Tron is one of them. So Tron is a smart contract on Ethereum, so it's totally reliant on that, and they wanted more. They said that Ethereum was good as a start, but they needed more. They wanted more things. So they're, I guess, what they say, the better Ethereum, they're just Ethereum Plus to a certain extent, and that is what they'll actually be initiating at that moment. Right now, they're in the testnet. They're testing everything to see if they can actually launch their own net, so a main net for their own blockchain for everything on its own. And as you can see, it only actually got one vote, so it's not really considered totally real yet. Anybody could just add something to here, but it's just to show you guys something that is funny because a lot of people post on here. But yes, that day will be one of the most important days for Tron. So this Bittrex support and this migration, what is this all about, Dusty? And what is this super representatives all about? So this migration from ERC20 to own blockchain is actually said here because all of the tokens that are in right now, so every Tron that you have or have had or will have until this date right here, the June 21st, will still be on ERC20. So it will still be an Ethereum token right now. Okay, so you can have it in an Ethereum wallet and whatever, but it's not onto Tron new its own blockchain yet. It's not a real Tronix token coin yet. So what is going to happen is from June 21st to June 25th to 24th, they're going to be transferring all of those ERC20 coins tokens into those new own blockchain tokens. And that is all going to happen in that time. And now a lot of people are still asking me, because I did a video about this a while back, what exchanges will support this conversion. So we already know now that Bittrex will support it. So that was actually news that I believe we got yesterday. But what I read today is, again, a Tron TRX migration notice from Bitfinex or Bitfinex, whatever you guys want to call it. And that is, again, some really major news because that means more people will actually be able to transfer ERC tokens to Tron, new Tron immediately, which is a very good thing. But we're going to read this here. So, dear Bitfinex users, on June 21st, 2018, we will see the migration of ERC20 Tron TRX tokens to the public Tron or TRX blockchain. As the Tron team launches their mainnet blockchain, this ERC20 token migration will begin on June 21st at this time. Between June 21st and June 24th, all TRX withdrawals will be suspended from Bitfinex. Deposits and withdrawals will be suspended on June 25th and will resume on June 26th. TRX trading will not be affected by this. Bitfinex will provide full support for all Tron or TRX token holders, and any task associated with the TRX migration will be handled automatically by Bitfinex team to ensure a smooth migration. All users will receive TRX tokens in equal proportion to the ERC20 TRX holdings. So what we got from this here is that from the 21st to the 24th, they'll be transferring everything. And I guess, I don't really know how they're going to do that yet, but I believe they'll just do a snapshot at a certain point there and then literally just transfer them over. There will be, okay, I should not say that yet. You should have your tokens on the exchange though. So there's a few exchanges that are listed already, and I believe there's 3. I know that the 2 ones that are really known the most though are TRX and this Bitfinex. There's one exchange that they mentioned before, but I've never heard anybody use that exchange, so maybe it's a Chinese one. We're not gonna talk about that one. We're just gonna be talking here Bitfinex or TRX, and what you should do is you put your tokens on there before June 21st. So you have 2 months almost to just put it in there. Your tokens, just put your ERC20 tokens, Tron X tokens in there, and it will do the transfer automatically for you. You have to do nothing, exactly 0 effort. If you do not have it on a exchange, what will happen then is that you will have to convert it, not manually, but still on an exchange, but later. So there's no option to migrate it manually, as said on the Tron page. You will have to do it on an exchange, and there will be one exchange that will support this thing forever. So they will actually announce that in the future, at a future date, because these are all going to be at snapshot. So they will be at once, they will happen once, never again. So they will always, or actually just once, transfer your coins over to the new blockchain. But then again, it will never happen if you put your old Tron tokens on there. They will never be transferred, so it's kind of useless on there. What you're going to have to do is go to another exchange that is specified at a later point in time, and you're going to have to transfer your coins over there. So that is, I guess, the most important stuff that I have for you guys on the mainnet launch. But what will actually happen when this mainnet launch gets launched, I guess, so to say? So another thing that will happen is the super representative election. So we've covered that in depth tons of times, what it will really entail, what it will all happen, what will occur that day. But what is going to happen is there's going to be new super representatives. So there's going to be people representing Tron with the transactions, with the nodes. It's all going to be handled. It's to make Tron more democratic and more, I guess, just more democratic and not ruled by just the Tron company. There will be 27 of them, and they will rule everything. And as you go onto their Medium or other pages, you can see how the election is doing. You can check out all the stats from all the people. If we go down a little bit here and we press this one at Daily Tron Super Representative ranking for 28. Here you can see all of the contenders: Antpool, Bitcoin God, Next Genius, Game.com, Odyssey, LinkVZ, Bixin, Reed, Kobo, RightBTC, MDT, Sesame Seed, Linjitsu. You guys get the point here. There's some really big names in here, and then you can check out all the individual specs of everything, because they're going to be ranked here. Everybody could have entered, but there's only a small chance that you actually make it if you're not that big of a company and don't have any of these things yet. You gotta have equipment, you gotta have a budget. I believe like $50,000 as budget, and some other stuff, because you're gonna have to handle those nodes. But if we actually get back to our Tron Labs here, I quickly want to cover this thing for you as well, this weekly report. But we're gonna do that in a second here. So the mainnet launch will also, next to that, entail that they're just totally gone from ERC20 and they can really progress. So if you actually have been checking out the coin market cap, which I'll just open for you guys right now, you can actually see that Tron is just gaining like crazy here, 15% on the daily, and there was like a 200 or something BTC wall at 1,000 Satoshis. It is way above that. It's just bomb. It's just bashing through everything, literally everything. On Binance, there was a 200 something BTC wall at 900 Satoshis, 200 something BTC wall at 1,000 Satoshis. It's just breaking every limit, and there most likely is a few hundred BTC wall, again, was at 1,050 and 1,100. There must be some really crazy big walls. But as you can see, the volume is $1.5 billion in the last 24 hours, which is immensely huge. I'm really proud that Tron can actually reach these numbers. And still, a lot of people are skeptical, saying that Tron is a shit coin. That is pure opinion. You can think it's a shit coin. That is all fine. But then if I compare it to some of the other coins that I know, I'm like, Tron really has a good plan, really has some stuff going on, and that mainnet will be a big thing. So what is also going to happen is all those DApps, so DApps, yes, will transfer from ERC20 to Tron. So let's actually look up Tron dApps. It was just there, but let me open these two things, and this one maybe as well. So this is the Tron official site. Here we have the CoinMarketCap, and here are some of the DApps from Tron. So here you can see Paiwo, which is quite known, Game.com, which is immensely known, Gifto, who's also very, very popular, and then the rest is a little bit less. At least I've not really heard of these ones in news articles that much. These three are really, really known and really quite popular. So the combined amount of users for this is estimated at around 100 million. Okay, did you get that number right? 100 million users, and they're all on ERC20 now. So all of these people using the dApps are on ERC20 or Ethereum. So what is going to happen is all of these users will also go to the Tron blockchain, because all of these dApps will go to the Tron blockchain. So what will happen is that Tron will get an immense amount of popularity at that point. Okay, and then last off, one of the most important subjects here that I don't know everything about, and that I just wanted to point out here for you guys to comment on, because you should just comment something about this. And also, if you want to actually enter that giveaway, be sure you press that like button and just comment something below. And all you have to do is just like and comment. That's all you need to do. But my last point is the ERC20 airdrop. So I guess the Ethereum airdrop. And what is going to happen about that is that all Ethereum holders with more than 1 Ethereum is what has been said. In a few articles I saw half an Ethereum, but I'm going to assume that it's 1 Ethereum. At a certain date in the past, I believe like the 1st of this month, we'll get between 10 and 100 Tron. A lot of people are still asking how to claim that. There's not that much that has been put out, not really much going on about that. I covered it once in an article in one of my videos before, I believe. Literally all you have to do, and then I covered it like 3 or 4 times in total videos, that it would happen and what would happen. But I believe there's one video on my channel totally dedicated to this airdrop. So if you really are still interested in that, check it out. It is quite aside from this mainnet launch though. But what is important about that airdrop is that it's meant, from my perspective here, it is meant to steal Ethereum's users. So all of the Ethereum users will kind of have the same experience with Tron, but then better is what Tron assumes. So Ethereum and Tron are kind of the same thing, though Tron is of course with a different code. It is with Java instead of Solidity that Ethereum uses, and Tron will be or have more TPS. It's 1,000 at the start, I believe. Well, Ethereum has like 25, and Tron scalability or like the transactions per second TPS will grow towards the 10,000. Also, Tron will reward people for actually doing something on their new blockchain. Ethereum will not. And that is again just a comparison in the favor of Tron. Okay, so we're not really looking at the positive aspects of Ethereum here, only of those of Tron. But yeah, Tron will also reward people for adding to their blockchain. So if you do anything, you can get a reward. There's a lot of programming contests on there, and if you actually create a token on there, so Tron, as I said before, will be a sort of Ethereum plus, you actually get rewarded for it. So it's all really something you should go for. And what they really want, they want to expand it to being the biggest in the world. They want it to become one huge thing, and I get what they're doing there. It's very smart how they're doing that as well. And compared to Ethereum, which doesn't really want it, and everything that gets added kind of slows it down, it's really a lot more profitable kind of to look for Tron. Also, what you get is, because you get 10 to 100 Tron, you can check out that new TPS, and you can also vote. So you're actually like feeling part of the community, because you're kind of gonna vote for who you want to be super representative. Again, I don't vote for that because I don't care too much about it, but a lot of people will, and a lot of people have power to, so they actually feel like they have influence in the project. While with Ethereum, I don't believe there's any possibility to vote for anything, for any super representative. So I get the point there that Tron does kind of feel more democratic. To a certain extent, it feels a lot more democratic. So that is really good to see as well. So all those things combined do make Tron a very good project for the future. And as I said before, I don't want to make any price predictions literally for like 1 year, 2 years, or 1 month or 2 months, because that is so immensely strange to imagine or to really go for. But as you can see here on the CoinMarketCap here, Tron is really gaining some momentum, and we are hitting 10 cents. It is really crazy. I wanted to do a 10-cent video a few days ago. I even had it favorited, and I did it. I believe it was the 26th when I wanted to do this video. But I was like, it's not needed. Tron is going to, 10 cent anyway. You guys don't need me to tell you guys that, because you all knew. It's going to go to 10 cents anyway. Once 10 cents get broken, though, the psychological barrier is broken again, and there's a big chance it will actually just skyrocket. Like, all of the barriers have been broken right now. I cannot really see any good resistance going on. There's just literally like skyrocketing, as we see here. It's literally going up like a train, like a freaking train it is. Whew, only on the 25th we only saw that big, I guess, backwards movement, but here it's only been going up stably. You can see some of the down parts like falling a cent down or whatever, but it has really been going up like a freaking train, and I'm really excited to see what Tron can go to what extent, and I believe that the mainnet will actually be a very important date for this as well. So I would also like to add that what can actually happen on that date with price. Okay, so I've never covered that before because I wanted to save it for a special video. Now I don't have that much time left in this video, so I might not keep it too long, but what will happen, we're not going to cover this weekly report. Screw that. We're not going to do that. We're going to do that at a different time. So what's going to happen price-wise on that day? Okay, so the 31st of May or June 1st, what will happen price-wise? And now there's two major things that can happen, and a third unlikely scenario which also could happen. And this is, of course, obvious, but towards actually getting there, we're going to do a few more price predictions, or really predictions of movement, since price predictions are kind of difficult and are almost never correct. We're going to do some movement predictions as to what will literally happen, but we can actually only predict that once we're closer to the date. So right now, I cannot tell you exactly what will happen because we don't have the info. We'll try and keep gaining right now. We'll try and actually collapse. You let me know in the comments below, but to just kind of speculate what will happen on that date, there's two major things which everybody with a clear mind could think of, but we're going to reason as to why those two are so likely. So the first one is, on the day itself, it will gain immensely much. So really, let's say 20%-ish, which is quite a lot for a day. I mean, we're hitting that as well, but then that day it could happen as well, or towards the 70%, so 20 to 70% gains on the day, and then later in the day when the mainnet has been launched, it would just collapse. First off, because people are taking profit, and second off, because people are kind of let down because not too much happened. Because as you guys know, the mainnet launch itself is not going to do too much in a second. It's going to be a process over time, and it's an achievement psychologically, because from that moment on, we're going to progress forward really fast. But yeah, that could happen. Or we're not going to see much price movement at all, which is the second, I guess, most likely scenario, that we're not going to see that much happening. You know, maybe like a 10% bump, just a small little bump, and then even a little bit more downwards than it was before. Not going to see much, and not many people are going to care because, as I said before, it's just, I guess, a mental thing. It's not really something that is huge on the day itself. It's something that really opens the doors for a lot more. So literally just an open door. But a lot of people don't care about that. Okay, that is also a scenario. But then the third unlikely scenario is that it'll just pump that day. It will just pump like crazy and just keep continuing to pump. I don't believe that scenario will happen. But as I said before, once we're getting closer to that date, I'll actually do some real speculations with you guys. We're going to analyze movements in, from previous dates and really look at what could happen. Because the previous time the testnet launched, you can actually check that out. That was the 31st here. So the 31st of March. Let's actually check it out here. 31st of March, it was actually just still going down here. Maybe we saw a slight up. Let's see here. So the 30th of March was right here-ish. 31st of March, a slight little bump. Not too much going on, as you can see here. It did get dumped quite a bit, though. As you can see, it's only going down here, but that was also because the market was in a more like a downtrend compared to what it is in right now. I believe we're in the second kind of bullish phase. You guys are still, very skeptical about that. That is all personal preference, but I'm saying that everything is going to go up from here, and that actually adds some positivity to whenever the mainnet launches. Though, if it's in a very positive period, there's more chance that it will actually just keep going up instead of doing what it did previous time, but actually going down when some big announcement happened. So I guess that was it for this video right now, guys. Hopefully you guys are totally educated on what will happen that day. I believe I explained every single thing. If I did not, just let me know in the comments below. Just add it to the story here so everybody can understand what has been going on and what will go on, because I'm trying to give the whole story here, but there must have been things that I've forgotten, actually. There must have been things that I forgot. Just thinking in my head now. I guess some also good features are that Justin Sun, the founder of Tron, is really putting in work to promote his coin, really doing a lot to just let everybody know everything. He's really adding some hype, which is good and bad, because we saw with Verge that they actually hyped up their announcement so much that it actually got a lot of people weren't really happy with the result, and it got pumped and then dumped because, as said before, a lot of people weren't happy with the results. With Tron, I don't believe the same thing will happen, but it is kind of looking towards something like that, because he is pushing a lot that the mainnet will be launching, even though it won't really do much on the day itself. I don't think a lot will happen on the day itself, at least. But guys, if I forgot anything, do not hesitate to just leave me a comment in the description or in the comment section. Do kind of keep it polite though, otherwise I'll just delete it or not read it. I don't give a shit. I'll just delete your comment, even though you put in 6 hours of work, maybe writing your whole essay, 7 pages of just comments. I'll just delete it. Won't even read it. So be sure you be polite about it and just put it there so other people can read it and just get educated, because that is the whole goal here. Yes, there's ads because that is for giveaways. I told you guys tens of times here, that is how I started actually trading and doing my crypto stuff. It is because I won one giveaway back a long time ago in the crypto world. That is really what got me going. And you guys might be saying, like, yeah, one giveaway is not so much. Like, why, what can a person do with a giveaway? A lot. It can change lives, and it's actually kind of scary how much one giveaway can do. And that is why there's so many ads in these videos. It's really kind of a weird process, but it's worth it for me, I believe. And when I thought back, I could also just do like 3 ads literally in the middle, like any normal commercial would have, or something like that. But I do believe a lot of people actually press away like straight off the bat, and that is what I'm trying to go for here, just to get the most out of it, and for the people that watch the whole video not to have like an annoying middle break. Though you could kind of walk away, I guess, if I had like 3 ads in a row in the middle, but I've never seen that happen before. But I don't know, guys. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. I have seen a few people, I believe it was 2 people, say that they would prefer not to have ads and just have no giveaways. But then again, I believe a lot more people said go with the giveaway. So I'm still skeptical about that. I don't know yet, guys, but that was my video on Tron. I have no intro because this is uncut footage. It's just straight off the bat, recorded and uploaded. Again, I kind of like to do that stuff sometimes, so you guys know that I'm just doing this, literally just telling you guys everything that I know and trying to go for it pure nature-y and not trying to write everything down like even though I prepare this kind of stuff, I read a lot about it. I just want to give you guys the pure content that I can create for you guys. And sometimes it is by reading articles, sometimes it's just me telling you guys a story, sometimes it's just me trying to educate you literally from the heart, and that is what this was about. So yes, it is a 20-minute video, but you know everything now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.